That's
I'm
great.
leaving.
And then you're leaving. So, hey, we're live, everybody. I can't believe it. And if anyone is interested, by the way, if anyone's interested, I am thinking of starting a fishing club. We don't go near any water. We just sit around asking people vague questions so they'll tell us how good we look. Nobody got it.
And guess what? I screwed it up. All right, let's try that again.
Technical questions.
You know what would be great?
There goes perfection for tonight.
Yeah, so much for a perfect show. We're completely.
Well, I'll just sit here with egg on my face.
Fishing for compliments. There we go. Okay.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Brian Atkinson!
plus funny songs from
Andy Corwin!
and a Patti Melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Hey! Hello, everybody. Hi. And
Hello.
Let's hope I stay connected. I'm on the thinnest wire of internet. So, and by the way, I hope Patti knows we have a show tonight. So welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show, a place where Steve Goodie, Patti Vasquez, and I remind the world we're not just a pretty face. We are three pretty faces. That's right. Last week, you'll remember that I was at home. Steve was about to embark on another show run, and Patti was being chewed on by a Doberman in LA. So that was great. And oddly, we ended up with the same amount of saliva on our hands. Who can explain it? Ew. Wow. Anyway, yesterday was Mother's Day. So happy day, you mothers. I found out that from my mom that I was adopted. Did you know that? Which was weird because my mom and I look so much alike. But then she explained, no, we kept trying to get you adopted, but they kept bringing you back. So like six couples that couldn't get pregnant decided a dog was a better choice than parenting me. It's fantastic. I also found out they would use me when I was a baby to scare teen girls into abstinence. It was really great. Many are still virgins 59 years later. So that's kind of terrible. It worked too well. I was like a feral cat that knew its way home and just you couldn't give it away. Every few weeks I was there on the front step again looking for milk. Okay, but you will not want to give this show back because we have super sweet and funny comedian Brian Atkinson, who I just had a great night with in Saugatuck, where a guy made a goose pee. That was quite a show, wasn't it there, Brian?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. He made a goose pee on the stage. And, of course, songwriting genius and funny man, Andy Corwin. Yay! But first, let's knock out the news-ish. Here we go. Stormy Daniels has signed a new deal to write a book after her salacious and incredible testimony of her time having sex with disgraced President Donald Trump. Did you hear that? It's going to be a thriller along the lines of 50 Shades of Grey. It's going to be called 90 Seconds of Orange. The entire book will be a half page and no woman will find it satisfying. Okay. That's my cabin right there. All right. Hey, and the winner of Eurovision this year was Swiss singer Nemo. Did you know that? Yeah, with an operatic rap celebrating non-gender identity called The Code. It was a long road to the finals for the singer, who thanked the one person who really found them, Dory. I'm going to wait till y'all get the Finding Nemo reference in there. All right.
I got it.
I thought that was cute. No one cared. Okay, great. Hey, wow. You had to have seen this. An endangered 44-foot-long sea whale was found dead on the bow of the MSC cruise ship Meraviglia as it pulled into New York Harbor near Brooklyn this week. Is that crazy?
Yep.
I know. A spokesman for the Italian-based cruise line said, "We are sorry this happened. We was trying to get only the head of the whale into Royal Caribbean's bed and miscalculated."
Wow.
All above parties have been whacked. Okay, great. In the cruise ship industry, you put a whale's head in the bed. Okay. Woo! Ooh. Carla's going to save us in a minute. Oh, many questions. Many questions still remain after RFK Jr. announced that he had a brain worm. Y'all saw the brain worm. By the way, I called dibs on the band name Brainworm. Medical experts surmise the brainworm was a pork tapeworm larva that you get when you're an idiot that doesn't believe in vaccines. By the way, the presidential candidate said his memory was affected because the worm ate part of his brain. I know. Yep. Lies. I'd rather starve than chew that mush, said the worm. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. Let me find her. Here she is. Ad spotlight. It's Carla Ulbrich to tell the next joke. Hold on, Carla. Wait a minute. Let me get rid of me. There, go ahead.
There you go. My cabin, everybody.
And you have a hat. I don't have a hat.
Well,
And
your
you're
alter
wearing,
ego.
and you're
I'm
wearing
your
an
alter
actual
ego.
mustache and not doing a virtual one.
Wait, me or you?
You.
I have an actual mustache.
No, you look like you've taped something on your face. It's not.
I have. Thank you. I thought you meant I had an actual mustache.
Oh no, that we know's under there. Go ahead.
Exactly. It's a little lighter. The cicada invasion has started, where every 17 years cicadas come out of the ground, shed their exoskeleton, and have sex and die. This is also known as a weekend at Nick Cannon's house.
Carla Ulbrich, everybody.
I think we should take a vote. How many? Raise your hand. Who you think Carla should do Brad's monologue, the whole thing, every week?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's...
1/8.
Hey, keep up the mustache.
Okay, here we go. Wow, that was great, though. That joke was better than I thought it was. So anyway, hey, Governor Christine Noem, who has even Sarah Palin saying, "Take a step back, girl," is now barred from entering more than 20% of her own state after six of the 9 Native American tribes say that the little puppy killer is banned from entering their land. The controversy is over remarks Noem made erroneously linking tribal leaders and drug cartels. Can you believe that?
No.
I know. Now, all the governor has to do is leave her husband and publicly support Russia over Ukraine, and I can yell, bingo! My card will be full. Okay, great.
That's good.
That was good. See, I should have had Carlos say it. Anyway, actor Steve Buscemi was punched in the face while walking in New York City.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
man.
All they know about the attacker was he said, "This is for grown-ups too." I should have had Carla read that one. Hey, there'll be a third Downton Abbey movie.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Boy.
And this time they're adding Paul Giamatti to the cast. Isn't that nice? The actor is excited to play opposite Lord and Lady Grantham as Sir Curmudgeonly Drinks a Lot. It's, It's a departure from Giamatti's previous roles, which are that exact role. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. All the old people will get this one. It's a sad day. Susan Backliny, I don't know if that's how you say her name, Backline. Does anyone know that name, by the way? She played the first shark attack victim in the original Jaws. Right? The girl on the poster, right?
Yeah.
She just passed away at the age of 77. She was known to be kind and talented, and one described her as tasty in salt water.
Yummy.
Now, in the film, the shark bit off the bottom half of the actress's body as she was skinny dipping and treading water in the ocean, which is weird because I saw the film at 13 and it also made my lower half tingle. See,
Thank you for not having Carla read that one.
I was just gonna say, Carla,
why I
how
had
would
the
you have read that one?
I put the mustache on for that joke.
Okay, good. Yeah, you could have worn a merkin for it too. Anyway, hey, I have a quick question, by the way. So if you can't see a vampire in the mirror, why can't you see their clothes? I've never ever see a.
Oh.
There's no joke there. I just was thinking of this today. Every time I've seen a vampire movie, you couldn't see them, but you also couldn't see their clothes. Okay.
But
Here it is.
also, Brad, why is their hair always perfect
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
if they
I think
can't see
grease it
themselves
up.
in a mirror?
Well,
I know that, yeah. Well, but here's the
years
thing: when you die as a vampire, whatever you die with is what you keep. So that's interesting. So okay,
That's why their hair is so dark, because that's what they died with.
yeah, because they're dark. So anyway, all right, two more, and then by God, I can't believe we made it. Here we go. A zoo in China is under fire for dyeing dogs to look like pandas.
No.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
It's totally true. The Chow Chow dogs were supposed to fool the public because the zoo couldn't acquire actual pandas. The patrons were not fooled at all by the fake pandas, so the zoo has removed the Chow Chows from display. On a positive note, the park announced its new fresh hot dogs, which are absolutely not panda.
Oh.
And they want you to chow down on them.
They're just panda-ing to them.
Yes.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Wow, we went downhill fast, didn't we? We should have had Carla read that one and totally get booed. Okay.
You leave Carla out of that.
Last but not least, Kate Gosling. Remember her? She shared a photo of her sextuplets who just celebrated their 20th birthdays. Now, they're older than Chuck. 20th birthdays. She shared how much she loved them. Who's dinging? What's the dinging?
Stop dinging.
I'm gonna start over. Calm down. And now somebody's got an adding machine. Are you adding up your taxes? Stop it. Kate Gosling shared a photo of her sextuplets who just celebrated their 20th birthdays. She shared how much she loved them and how much she loved being a mother and how much she hated them as a uterus. Okay. Steve, where are you?
That was it. Yay!
That was I also
you
want to
had
notice,
two more.
as someone messaged Patti. So while you're doing the
did.
top 10, I'm going to message Patti.
I messaged her. Haven't heard back, but
Okay.
I'm sure everything's fine. Let's hear it for Brad.
Well, guess who's here? Guess who's here in a mustache to melt?
It'd be great. It's mustache melt night. Okay.
That's right. And
All
my
right.
brother finally showed up.
Okay, but before any of that, we have to do this.
Okay. I'm already out.
Well, I did it again. I put off writing the top 10 list till the last minute, and so it's completely stupid. And according to my track record, this means it'll be one of the better ones. I was at the Bluebird Cafe last night. It occurred to me I haven't written a top 10 list, and at the Bluebird last night, a great swath of the audience was Canadian. We're getting more Canadians than ever, which is fine. We like it, but it does make for some jokes. So tonight's top 10 category is top 10 things that might smell like a moose. Might smell like a moose. It's important. I want to get the Jeff Foxworthy element here. They might smell like a moose. Okay, top 10 things that might smell like a moose. Number 10. Moose.
Fair.
How'd that be number 1?
No, that one just cracked me up. All right, number 9. A squirrel that spends a lot of time with a moose. Number 8. An MLT sandwich with extra M.
Moose and lettuce and tomato?
Yes, exactly. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Top 10 things that might smell like a moose. Number 7. Sarah Palin's toaster oven.
It's an air fryer.
Number 6. Christy Gnome's surviving house pet. I said it might. It might smell like a moose. Top 10 things that might smell like a moose. Number 5. Chocolate mousse.
Huh? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Number 4. The moose scented candle and moose vape pen I got at Bed Bath and Moose. Number 3. Kleenex and dental floss in a moose's tiny little bathroom wastebasket. Number 2. Most of the Canadians at the Bluebird yesterday.
Oh.
That one probably went over.
And the number 1 thing that might smell like a moose, your mom. If you're a moose.
Yay!
Oh, you know what I should have had in there? I should have had Carla's moustache.
Yeah.
That would have been a good number 11.
That's right. Guess who's not here? So we could.
Who's not here?
Patty.
Oh, well, let's just. You know what? Let's do. Hold on, before we panic.
We just hold off.
Let's change the order. Let's just jump to the musical guest.
Yeah.
So if you'll bring in Andy, we'll do the musical guest now, and I'm going to rearrange the intro. So find him while I do this, and I'm going to.
There he is. There's Andy. Andy's looking a little COVIDy. Okay, so play the thing.
I can't yet. Hang on. I got to tell you something about Andy and I. You may or may not know this, but Andy and I used to be in a band. Did you know that?
Called Brainworm?
We were called Brainworm. All right, let's do this. You know the deal, Andy. You're going to play a song, then I don't know what you're going to do. Then I got to answer it somehow, and then you'll do another song. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, it's time for our musical guest.
Andy Corwin with random chords during the opening.
Kiev F.
Love it.
I believe every day should be called Thursday. Yes! And I think dogs should be allowed to vote. And I believe Fox News is always fair and balanced. And I believe that bowling balls can float. I believe SpongeBob SquarePants is the Antichrist. And I believe that science isn't true. And I believe that Canada is made of gorgonzola. And I believe that 4 + 4 is 2. Hey, that's just one man's opinion, mind you, but it's a darn good one, and I'll tell you my opinion anytime I feel inclined. Yeah, that's just one man's opinion, and it's my right to believe it, and I'll fight for my opinion until I change my mind. I believe money should be edible. And I think Pabst Blue Ribbon came in third. That's still my favorite joke in the whole song, Steve. Steve Goodie, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome.
And I'm a staunch believer in the single bullet theory. And I believe the Bible word for word. I believe that everybody has a right to my opinion, especially people with whom I disagree. And I believe that just because I think, therefore I am, that everybody else should think the same as me. But that's just one man's opinion, mind you. But it's a darn good one, and I'll tell you my opinion anytime I feel inclined. Yeah, that's just one man's opinion, and it's my right to believe it, and I'll fight for my opinion until I change my mind.
Andy Corwin!
Good job. Good
That's
job.
great. Okay, what else could I possibly answer that with? Since
I don't know.
Since Andy and I wrote that together, let's do another one we wrote together. When I was a young man, I set out to sea. Last time I did the song, Brad said it was way too long, so I'm going to do it slower. A swashbuckling pirate I aspired to be. I was bold, I was eager, I was stalwart and stout. But we no sooner put out from port than I threw my back out. This is the world's only hypochondriac pirate song. Oh, the first mate, he offered assistance to me. Though no chiropractor, he turned out to be. For some reason, I sound like Jerry Lewis when I do this song. On that ship I was fine, no relief for my back. Cause it turned out nobody the Advil remembered to pack. Singing yo-ho-ho, maybe I was mistaken. This is a voyage I shouldn't have taken. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone as chronically fragile as me. On the second day out, my misfortune did grow, 'cause I suffered from nausea and vertigo. I sustained several bruises, I lost a gold crown, and the victuals and grog that they served just refused to stay down. Oh, I suffered all manner of infirmity, from migraines to hemorrhoids to ADHD. I was bloated and moody, my skin was a mess. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that I had PMS. Singing yo-ho, personal sailor would sooner be keel-hauled than use an inhaler. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as neurotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. I could not plunder and pillage along with the crew, so the captain, he gave me some filing to do. But it did not take long before I did succumb to a really bad case of the carpal tunnel syndrome. By the end of the week, all me mateys could tell my career as a pirate wasn't going that well. Seems the crew took a vote when I wasn't around and decided nobody would miss me too much if I drowned. Thanks, fellas. Singing yo-ho-ho, 100 demerits if the captain finds out I'm allergic to parrots. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as pathetically latent, obsessive, chronically... I forgot the damn thing.
Okay, I'll help you out.
There's no place for someone who's quite as...
Consistently, brutally, desperately,
No, we're not there
clinically,
yet.
utterly,
We're not there
truly,
yet.
pathetically...
We're not there yet!
Oh.
We're not there yet!
Sorry.
This is going really well. Let me try this again. Is no place for someone who's quite as pathetically, latent, obsessive, compulsive, neurotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. When we get to that, Andy, you can do that part. That'll be fantastic. It's coming up in just a little bit. We're just in 10 more minutes.
Thought we were there. Okay. You said it's a long song.
Long song.
I escaped just in time. I am pleased to report, though my plank walking fate, I did barely abort, because I don't live in Alabama. I washed out as a pirate of the high sea. So now I confine all my pirating to MP3. Singing yo-ho, I got a flogging when Taylor Swift I was caught cataloging. Apparently my life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as
consistently, brutally, desperately, clinically, utterly, truly, pathetically, latent, obsessive, compulsive, neurotically, totally, hopelessly,
chronically fragile as me.
Steve.
Yeah. Hey, now we don't need Patti.
Yeah.
Another song from Andy Corwin.
Good night, everybody.
Yay, Steve.
Thanks, Andy.
I should play another one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If it's not too much trouble.
This is an agnostic gospel song. Because I felt like the world needed an agnostic gospel song.
Why is that, Andy?
There is a train that is bound for glory, but you won't find me on board. If you're wondering why, come and listen to the story of why I'm not on a first name basis with the Lord when I was a little child.
Just a little bitty tyke.
I used to read the gospel and I prayed at night up in my room. But then I went to college.
UCLA! Or Hook 'em Horns, whatever it is.
And the required reading included Schopenhauer, Kant, and David Hume in a very short time.
In the relative sense.
I had to declare my major and I chose philosophy. Because I began to think,
therefore I am,
that I could totally ace the midterm. Because I could already spell epistemology by my sophomore year.
Still living in the dorm.
I began to doubt and ponder the very existence of you-know-who. I had become
a godless heathen.
Actually, I prefer the term agnostic.
Whatever.
Profound as Bertrand Russell. Existential as Camus. Hey, give me that old skepticism. Give me that logical positivism. Dialectical materialism's good enough for me. Oh, have you worshipped in Einstein's theory that space-time is curvy, linear, not flat? Or speculate each moment of your life is as random as Schrodinger's cat. So today I stand here as a non-believer, but I'm tempted to change my ways. 'Cause recently, while I was thinking deeply, I realized agnostics don't have any holidays. There's a train that is bound for glory, but you won't find me on board. If you're wondering why, come and listen to the story of why I'm not on a first name basis with the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
Key changes in there.
Yes, 6 key changes.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure every chord was represented equally.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Equal opportunity chord.
That was great.
Did you
Thank
write
you.
that
Thank
together?
No, Andy wrote that by himself. I just improved it later.
We've performed it many times, though. And
As I was
so
saying, and tried to.
Steve
help
remembered
today.
it. I was very pleased.
The reason I had any input on it all is because I would forget my lines and just make something up, and then that stuck occasionally. We did that at Kerrville 2005 when Andy won the Kerrville New Folk Contest, which was awesome.
Wow.
So I don't know if you've ever been to Kerrville.
We also did it in 2016 when we played at the Threadgill.
That's right. But what I was
did
going to say is 2005 was my first.
Right.
Size album.
2005 was my first time at Kerrville, and I don't know if you've ever been to Kerrville, but you don't just waltz onto the Threadgill stage. You have to earn that. Not me. I got coattails with this guy. So yeah,
That's how I am with
Andy,
the Bluebird.
We set a record that night, Steve. The most Jews on stage at the same time in
Oh,
the
yeah.
history of Kerrville, Texas.
that's right. Of course, they threw matzo balls at it, but that doesn't matter.
All right.
Hey, Andy, are you performing with the Limelighters in the upcoming little while?
Not until August, but in August we're playing a big show with us and the Kingston Trio at the Greek Theater in L.A.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
If you want more information, we can go to www.limelighters.com. Is that correct?
that is correct. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Can the
Thank you.
brainworms come open for that?
I would love it if the Brainworms could do an opening set. That would be
That'd be
fantastic.
great.
Actually, you remember Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Hicks passed away, but the Hot Licks are still playing. They're opening.
Oh,
Okay. Well, if something happens to them, let me know and I'll be
yeah,
there.
yeah. We'll bring the brainworms. So it'll be fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Thank you, Andy
Corwin.
That was great.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Suspect we don't have Patty yet.
Oh,
So I think we'll
boy,
just go
the
right
memory's
on to
moving
the
around too much. Here we go. Well, we don't have Patty, but we do have our friend Brian Atkinson. Brian.
Oh my God, it's
Brian! Hey, good to see you. How you been doing
Hi.
since we worked together last month?
Splendidly. Thank you very much. I
Yeah,
appreciate
that's
it.
a fun
We had a
little-
lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a fun little gig of great weird people in Saugatuck, Michigan. I've
Yeah,
been
we
doing
caught
that
them
gig
before
for
their 35 year. What did you tell me? It's been a while. you've been doing
36 years ago is the first time I did that gig.
that. Woo!
And it is just
You
in
don't-
a bar. You know, it's just like an old beat up bar gig. But I've done it probably 10 times, and I've gotten a $50 raise, I think, from the first time I did it.
Yeah, sure.
But it's
And
it's
the
just,
the sunset's right behind the stage, and they put up a little curtain to kind of block it out a little bit, but it doesn't really help.
It doesn't really.
Nice.
But they're sweet people. So here's what's going to happen.
They
Steve.
are.
I'm going to run this little intro, and then Brian's going to do 10 minutes of awesome stand-up. Everybody ready? Good. Here we
Ready?
go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Brian Atkinson.
Thank you guys so much for having me on the show. It's really great to be here. Some of the people were already commenting on this mic setup I have, and that's because I used to be a radio announcer.
We can tell.
Yeah, and I still do some voiceover work from time to time, but I worked on the radio for a long time, and this is just how my voice comes out. And my wife is totally used to it. When I'll walk in the door, hi, honey. It's 5 minutes after the hour. 65 degrees outside. Light to moderate traffic on the surface streets, and I'm home. Up next, we've got dinner, yoga pants, and an episode of Grey's Anatomy on Netflix. And later tonight, I'll whisper all your favorite sweet nothings all night long. And the request lines are open. I actually got fired from a radio station. I played a Def Leppard song and said, now there's a band I'd give my left arm to be in. I've got a couple of Def Leppard fans there. For those of you who aren't familiar, Def Leppard is a band, and their drummer was in a terrible car accident, and he lost his left arm. But he could still drum, right? Which is amazing. And there is no one I would rather sit next to on an airplane. That whole armrest to yourself.
Man.
All right. Some people find that joke disarming. All right, I'll cut it off. Yeah, even as a little kid, I always wanted to be some kind of performer, and I actually took ventriloquist lessons. I had the puppet and everything, and I was always really good at the voice part, but really bad at the puppetry part. So I just told everybody the dummy was paralyzed.
Oh, man.
Now, the real reason I don't do ventriloquism anymore is that my voice doesn't work with little kids' birthday parties. Hello, children. You want to be my friend? Kids are all running away. Stranger danger! And the moms are giving me their phone numbers. Now, having this voice can be a little weird. Like if I get a phone call, it's like, hello, this is Brian Atkinson. Thank you for calling. And I can hear them pressing buttons. Operator. Talk to an operator. And then I have to call my mom back. I have to pretend I'm selling her a reverse mortgage. It really sounds like Brad and I had the same mom there for a minute. I actually did grow up adopted. And that kind of messed me up a little bit because I was adopted twice. The first one didn't take. And being adopted twice is like being the dinner entree your mom sent back for being too spicy. I would love to say that I'm the Kung Pao chicken of adoption, but I'm so white, my family thinks tap water is spicy. Oh, you can really taste the fluoride. Being adopted twice is like my parents returning me to Amazon. Oh, let's see here. Reason for return is wrong size, wrong color. Defective. There it is.
Ouch.
Yeah, they returned me. I didn't know adoption had a plan B. You'd think with my parents being adoptive parents that they would have been pro-life. They returned me. That's a serious pro-choice move. Another thing that messed me up is my adoptive parents were not good at being parents. When I was about 7 years old, our family cat died. We dug a hole in the backyard, and I stood there holding my mom's hand. Mom, will I see Toki in heaven? Oh, no. As an adopted child, you were conceived out of wedlock, so you don't have a soul. What? Make no mistake, Toki was going to be there. Living it up on catnip and cat food and a little rubber mouse, but not soulless Brian. And they still took soulless me to church every Sunday. Why?
Thank you.
I'm actually glad they did, because church was the place I got my first big laugh. And when I was a kid, there was this pantyhose company called Legs. You remember that? The one with the plastic egg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They had a television commercial where this little kid spoke out when they shouldn't. And one Sunday, it was my mom's turn to read scripture. And as she went to the front, I remembered the TV commercial. That's my mommy, the one with the wrinkly pantyhose. And it killed. Waves of laughter washed over me. I had never felt anything like it. I had never felt so alive until we got to the car. Now, my story gets a lot better later. When I was in my 30s, I was reunited with my biological mother. And in my 40s, she adopted me back, which is very cool. But she lives in Mississippi, and that's where they did all the paperwork. And the weird thing is, they use the paperwork date as my new birth date. So I have a Mississippi birth certificate that says I'm 13 years old. Or, as they say in Mississippi, time to settle down. So I'm legally 13 in Mississippi, but I've got the body that's over 50. Sorry, pedophiles. It's not bad being 13. My wife says my body is going to start going through some strange and wonderful changes. I told her if my voice drops again, she won't be able to hear me. She said that'd be okay. I found out everyone in my family are all super smart. My mom was a nurse practitioner, so she has a master's degree. My dad has a PhD in finance. My aunt is a PhD MD, so she's a doctor. My uncle is an attorney. My cousin and her husband are both PhDs. My other cousin and his wife are both Chinese translators. My youngest brother is a teacher with a master's degree headed toward his PhD. My other brother and his wife both have PhDs in computer science. And I'm a comedian. On a Zoom show.
Hey, wait a
minute. And sometimes I feel badly that I'm the only one who likes his job. My family all speak Southern. The very first time I ever talked to my youngest brother on the phone, I called the house. Hello? Hello, David? Oh, hey, Brian, we just talked about you. A friend of mine just had a baby on hot baby. Gonna take a look at it. Can I talk to Mom? I thought I'd called that guy Boomhauer from King of the Hill. The thing is, he's a teacher. He can speak clearly. He teaches petroleum science. Every day he gets up in front of his class. Now, today, class, we're going to talk about propane and propane accessories. He's the entire cast from King of the Hill. Just doing those couple of voices got me thinking, I love James Bond movies, but now that Daniel Craig is retired, I think they should make James Bond animated. So welcome to the animation auditions for James Bond. This is Peter Griffin. My name is Bond. James Bond. Oh, yes, the fat man. He'd make a perfect 007. In fact, he's so fat, he could be double 007. Ha! You say, Brian. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty good one. Hey, boo-boo, Blofeld is going to try to stop us from getting his picnic basket. Gosh, Yogi, I don't think the ranger would like that. Oh, Scoob! Yes, Reggie? Zoinks, I don't think I could play James Bond with the gravitas Sean Connery brought to the character. Oh, no. No, in fact, I was hoping perhaps I could audition. Thank you. Next. Hi, is this the place where we go to audition? Oh, no, you want the Muppet auditions? They're right next door. Oh, thanks very much. Come on, Fozzie. That's unbearable. Waka waka. The thing is, if you can do Kermit's voice, you just drop the pitch a little bit, and you get Ray Romano. Oh, poor wife. She's not going to like this at all. My name is Bond. James Bond. And if you start with Fozzie Bear and make him a little louder and a lot more confident, you get John Mulaney. Hey, have you seen the latest James Bond movie? There's a scene where he sleeps right through an earthquake. He's shaken, not stirred. Thank you so much. My name is Brian Atkinson, and you can find me online at brianacomedian.com, and you can get a fancy t-shirt like this on my website.
That's fancy.
Come on, everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
Super duper set right there, kids. That's how you do it. You could teach a good lesson to a couple people we've had here.
Look at me. I know it's fine.
That was great.
Thank you, Brian. Can we catch you up somewhere on land sometime in the near future? Or do we have to get on a boat?
Oh, he doesn't work boats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be back at the place where Brad and I work together at the in Saugatuck at the early August, and in Niles, Michigan, I'm headlining at the Underground Laugh Lounge September 20 and 21.
Hey,
Niles, Michigan.
Sean's
and
been
everybody
here.
Learn from Brian Atkinson. Keep your calendar on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's right up there, so I don't have to think about it.
Everybody, that's Sean Shank's room, and
that's
he's
right.
done this show twice, so he's a great job.
Yeah,
he didn't do any Kermit at all.
None. Zero Kermit from Sean Shank.
One
Kermit
impression. So, all right, thanks, man. That was super.
Great job.
Yeah,
glad I could be here. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hopefully, you'll come back again. Probably not. Well, you know what? Patty is otherwise forgotten. So, although Carla, you're going to need to turn your camera on.
This is exciting. For the second time, Carla is going to be playing the part of Patty.
Yay! She's dressed as Patty. All right,
There a boat
let's do it. That
Here
or
goes
Becky Thatcher. I don't know. Are you Becky Thatcher?
Leave her alone. She hasn't melted yet. Here we go.
Time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, to folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses says, she's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
Tonight's the part of Patti Vasquez will be played by Carla Ulbrich.
I can't play Patti Vasquez. I can only stand in for Patti Vasquez. I would surely melt for real if I tried to actually be Patti. Yeah, so I was just thinking how great it is not to be dating anymore. I don't miss that at all. I went on Match.com back when it first started out. There weren't even any pictures on the profiles yet. And so I would just get these weird emails. And I'm from a small town. All right, so I moved to Atlanta. I didn't know anything about big city life. So the first email I got, hey, are you into golden showers?
Oh, no.
Nice.
I go to my room and I go, are you what's a golden shower? She's like, just delete that email.
I said I was sorry. Let it go.
Oh.
Next email, bit of a theme here. Next email, hey, are you into diapers? I'm like, I know what a diaper is. Delete. Okay. Next email, hey, nice to meet you. I'd love to go out sometime. Would you like to go to the vault? Any of y'all know what that is? Because I didn't. I was like, why would you go on a first date to the bank? But apparently it's an S&M club. So I really don't. I just left Match.com. I'm like, you know what? I really just want a quiet guy who's really into me. That's what I thought until I got a peeping Tom. And then he became a breaking and entering Tom. I woke up, he was in my bedroom rubbing on my arm, and I was like, you think you know what you're going to do. Plan. I have a contingency plan. I remember they taught us in 4th grade, stop, drop, and roll. Always know what the fire escape is. I always have a plan to get out of the house in case of emergency. So I always had in my head, okay, I'm on the 1st floor, so I'm just going to scream and jump out the window. That was my plan. But apparently, if you don't practice it, that's not what happens. Apparently, I should have started every morning, plop, and then it would have become a habit, but that's not what happened. So instead, I had this creepy guy in my bedroom. I wake up and I said, excuse me. Like, why do I need to be excused? It's my house. And so he turned tail and started leaving. And what do? He's 6'2". I'm 5'2". I get up and go after him. I don't know what I thought I was going to do if I caught him, like grab his arm and rub it and say, now we're even. I had no plan for this. So I looked around. I'd only been living in this place for a couple of weeks. I looked around and I called the police and I said, listen, I've been robbed. Well, in the 15 minutes between when I called the police and when the police arrived, I realized I had not been robbed. I had just tidied up the night before. I said, don't worry, officer, that will never happen again. That was a fluke. So he's in jail now, so it has a happy ending. But every now and then I think back about all the ones that got away in high school. And when I was in 10th grade, I was going out with the drum major from the high school band. And I was 15. All right. So after we've been dating for 6 weeks, I heard through the grapevine that he got me a ring. So I broke up with him. And now he was a redneck, and I love rednecks. That's not a put down. But he was a redneck, and his family owned a wrecking company, where you have all the wrecked cars and the junkyard and all that stuff. every now and then when I'm back home, I drive past his yard and I see all those wrecked cars and I think, all this could have been mine. But no, I had to let that go. I mean, have you ever been on a date and on the way there, your date takes you to the junkyard and goes, look, there's my wrecked car. And there's where my date hit the windshield.
Oh, no.
Me neither. Just wondering. I mean, like, have you ever been in the bathroom and you bend over and you grab the shower curtain with your butt cheeks by accident?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have.
By accident.
I thought, maybe you have. Yeah. You ever been on a Zoom call and you realize maybe I've revealed too much personal information? Me neither. Never happened. All right, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead, y'all. Thanks for letting me melt last minute here.
Yay! Good job. Way to go. Hey, you know
Thanks for
what?
melting.
You know that salvage yard thing? All those cars, did he try to get you to go back and get in one of the cars? Hey, why don't you and I head back and try to get the girls in the car seats
These were actually two different guys. There was one guy who owned the wrecking thing, and then there was another guy who took me out to see his wrecked car. He also took me on a boat and pretended to run out of gas.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, "Oh, look, oars!
Yeah.
Isn't this great?
Oh, my.
Where's the ring, Carla?
Where's the ring?"
That was a good job. All right,
No,
ladies and
from the
gentlemen,
guy
Carla Ulbrich will be melting.
Ulbrich!
Theater for you. Did you
That's
get
fantastic.
have you gotten the tape, the 25-minute or whatever tape you needed?
I did some more footage last week, so hopefully.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Well, good. Get that special, pal, and you'll be set. All right. Thanks. Yay. Let's hear it again. Probably get rid of her. Okay.
Okay.
You doing a thing?
Yeah, here comes this next thing.
All right.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
As some of you know, a few weeks ago I was in Los Angeles, and one of the things I got to do was be at the birthday party of one Barrett Hansen, aka Dr. Demento. And it was really quite exciting because I had written a song for the doctor, and I was very nervous about playing it for him, but that's the only gift I had because I'm very, 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 very cheap. So I did sing it for him, but I was planning to sing it playing a ukulele and singing it for him. What I didn't realize is before I got to play it, our friend Bill Mooney. Does everybody know who Bill Mooney was and will be?
Sure.
Half of
Will
Barnes
Robinson.
and Barnes. That's right. It used to be Will Robinson on Lost in Space. He had sent in a video. Thank you, Carla. He had sent in a video of himself playing a birthday song for Dr. Demento on the ukulele. Like, why do I have to go after this guy?
Because I said.
But hold on, we're going to find out what you said because I'm now going to share that event with you. This is our song for today, me serenading the good doctor after Bill Mooney ruined everything. Here we go. Oh, I can't hear anything. Let's turn up the volume. I have to read it. I haven't memorized it, so I'm sitting in this. Hi. It seems to be all the rage to sing Dr. Demento a song on the ukulele today. I didn't really know I'd be following that. For this occasion so splendid, I recently invented a song that is intended not to suck. I thought it would be the worst. Didn't know Moomy was going first. And from all these friends at your event, I've yet to hear even one dissent. Not one yet, not one Schmendrick has prevented my presenting it. Hey, Doc, that's your bad luck. The whole thing's documented. The lyrics are cemented. The paragraphs indented and left-hand oriented. And the meter tragically tormented. Written on paper that is scented with grapes and prunes fermented since before the start of Lent. It's running out of ukulele here. Been hammered, warped, and bent. It's a labor unprecedented. dead except for Moomy on a ukulele that I rented. Yet not 1 penny spent it. At the risk you'll be offended, or that I'll be unfriended, I'm begging you, doctor, please, 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 stay demented. That's just the intro. Everybody settle in. You know, I think...
Wait. Did you hear what he said?
What did you just say?
Steve Goodie, you're a genius.
Oh, thank you. Your standards are delightfully low. That is documented. That happened. I just want everybody to know that happened. And we're about to be joined by someone who's supposed to be on the show tonight. Couldn't make it. That's why I'm playing this. Oh boy, a special guest is coming up. But the stay demented part should be a little higher. I can't say it high like... Do we have anyone here who can sing a little higher?
I could probably hit
Oh, that would be great. Oh, boy. Fantastic. All right.
That's good. Get right there so I can see the lyrics. So I can see them. Hit it, Steve.
I'm trying. You're making me laugh.
All right.
Have I met your French cousin, Bidet?
Get out of here.
All right, we left off at stay demented. Okay.
Stay demented.
Nice. It's not like you wouldn't do so anyway, but on this very, 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 very special day, I thought I'd go and waste your time and say, please stay Perhaps I should amend it. No, stay demented. Well, at least I won't extend it. Stay demented. Yeah, would you please sing?
All right.
What am I paying you for? Where was I? All right, almost ended. You're 83 today, and for that we say, hooray! And we'll do it again next year when you're 84. If you invite me to and waste your time once more. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday and stay. All right, that's enough of that.
That's enough of that. Yay.
I know you want to go on and on and on, but that's all we have of that.
Yeah. Play the thing.
Oh, we got another thing.
No.
I'm trying to get to the thing, but the last thing isn't over yet. Okay, here's the thing.
Oh, God.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Hey, everybody. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the comedians. And next week, Steve will do 3 13-minute songs. And also, Brian Atkinson and I will both be adopted again. It'll be fantastic. We'll be adopted again.
And more time.
And Grant, what's his name with the toilet thing, will maybe show up because he won't. Why did he?
What's his name with the toilet thing? I want to be in a band called that.
Yeah, Grant toilet. What happened to Grant with the toilet? So anyway.
We had a little mix-up in which I sent him messages that I thought he got and he never got it. But it's okay. We're going to get him.
I don't believe it. I think he just bailed on us. I think.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But hey, we got tape. That's the point.
And also, let me say this. Here's why you want to give us money right there. That's why.
Yay!
Give us money. And we will get Carla a proper mustache is what we'll do. With
worms are entering your brain through your...
That one's actually, it looks upside down. What is it? What happens if you put it the other way?
Let's see. Ow!
What happens?
I hope you're right. The other way was better. Okay.
Part that was close is now in your mouth, and that's not good.
That's not good. Okay. Well, that was enough of that. Okay. Thanks, Carla. Okay.
Thanks, Carla.
So, wait, I can't find you to get rid of you. Everybody, Steve, help.
I'm not helping you. You made fun of my song.
So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the comedians, and we'll send out a search party for Patti, wherever the hell she is tonight. Well, Steve, we knew it was going to happen where she was just going to literally forget us. So anyway, but that's okay. We love her
amazing
anyway.
it took this long.
I know. Yeah, we can't believe it wasn't the third week that she stopped talking to us. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com, donate to the comedians, and we'll be happy. Okay, play the thing. Let's finish the thing.
Time for the worst joke of the week. The worst joke of the week.
Worst
Oh, man.
joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
I hope this one comes across like it's supposed to. Okay, here we go. The Jerry Seinfeld backlash has begun. Have you seen that? It's begun.
Yes.
His new movie Unfrosted received a 40% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and his commencement address received a "I have someplace else to be" by 40 students at Duke University who walked out when his speech began. He then today had to apologize to his friend of more than 40 years, Howard Stern, for comments about podcasts being better. But Jerry just takes it in stride. He said, "Hey, what's with the number 40 all of a sudden? Last time I had trouble with that number was when I thought 40 should go into 17 and her parents disagreed."
Oh. No.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Like Brad thinks his microwave is much too slow. Yep, that's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoyed the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com.